really made sense to me. Like, why are you asking me for money when I'm coming to you to make money? Like, hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! A new week, a new topic, a new video. But I just want to say thank you guys for subscribing, thank you guys for liking, thank you guys for engaging, in the comment section. And I do respond as soon as I possibly can, but I'm always responding. I respond to every single comment, guys. Even on my social media, I respond to every single comment, like under each and every single picture, under each and every single link, under each and every single topic. I respond. Like, that's just me, guys. I just respond. I like engaging with people, so I respond to people's comments, and I try to keep the conversation going so it doesn't seem like it's very one-sided. You understand? But yeah, guys, I'm so glad to be back with another video, another informative video. Yes. So today, guys, as you can see by the title of this video and the thumbnail, of course, we will be talking about making money during a pandemic. This year 2020 was very, like, this year was horrible, guys. Let's just be honest. The people who are like, this year was my year. You lying. Like, why you gotta lie like that? You lying. But anyway, this year was horrible, guys. It was horrible for businesses. It was horrible for individuals. With regards to businesses, whether they were long-standing or they just started recently, like, it was just horrible. It was just the pits. And to think that it was a pandemic, which means it affected the whole world, which means you literally can't run anywhere. When it's a South African situation, when it's an epidemic, it's fine, you can run somewhere else. But with regards to COVID-19, you really couldn't run anywhere else because they're probably having it worse and you're probably having it better, or it's the other way around. And this year, as a business strategist, as I've mentioned before, I had to look at trends. I had to look at trends of which careers were kind of booming and which careers weren't booming as much, which careers were needed and which careers were just left dormant, just dissipated in front of us, and in as much as so many of our careers matter, in as much as all of us contribute to the economy one way or another, there are careers that are very essential during things like pandemics. There are those careers that are seen as more important than other careers, right? And so I looked at the trends. I did research, all over the world, which careers worked, which careers didn't work, and I got to my top 8, which I'm going to be sharing with you on how to make money during a pandemic by actually going for these careers. And one thing that I love about majority of these careers is that you don't need a degree. Like, you legit don't need a degree for these careers. It's so funny how most of the essential things that were needed this year did not need you to actually go to school and study for it for like a whole bunch, apart from like our medical field, our medical stuff, because you come on. You need to go to school for that. But yeah, I've got my handy dandy notes written down here so that I don't ramble. I did mention in the previous video that I do tend to ramble a lot. Those who know me know that Pearl cannot get to the point that easily. Like, it's very hard for me to get to the point, guys. I need to explain so that I know that I covered each and every single area, so that you don't ask me, wait, how did that happen? How did that come to be? So I need to cover each and every single area so that I don't be asked annoying questions at the end. That's what I look at it as. But I feel like being a business strategist, that happens quite a lot, where you tend to what's this, overcompensate with regards to information. You give more than you really should, because you really don't want businesses or individuals or brands or organizations or institutions to be lost in the strategies that you bring to the company. So I feel like I really get it from that side. So yeah, but let us get into the video. But before we get into all of this, I'd like to mention something that is really important, guys. No matter how good an opportunity looks, always make sure that the source is credible. Always make sure that there's a person that you can contact with regards to at least a cell phone number or a landline. There has to be a valid email address. And I always tell people that I'm sorry, but if an email address is like Gmail or Yahoo or something like a generic email that you can get easily online, that is kind of fishy, because a lot of times, and I've seen this working with a lot of brands and companies as a strategist, a lot of times companies opt to go for email addresses that they can pay for, that they can have their own domain and all of that. It's just hassle-free with regards to admin, and it avoids having the company look like a scam, basically. Because so many times people just create a generic fake account through Gmail or Yahoo or @mail or any other online source to make a free email account. And yeah, like that's kind of fishy, guys. That's kind of fishy. So always make sure that the source is credible. If they tell you that you are called for an appointment, with regards to any job, guys, whether you're applying for a job that is unrelated to what I'm about to say right now, always make sure that the source is credible. Always go onto Google Maps and check out if you know what this location is it. Get reviews, go to Hello Peter. Hello Peter is very helpful, you guys, especially with regards to things like purchasing stuff and reviews for companies and all of that. Hello Peter is very, very essential. It's helpful. You need Hello Peter in your life. You need it. So yeah, make sure that the source is credible, and always go with your gut. If you feel like something seems off, rather leave it, guys. Rather save your life, save your coins, and always remember that jobs will never really ask you to pay money up front for them to give you a job. That never really made sense to me. Like, why are you asking me for money when I'm coming to you to make money? So yeah, so just always make sure that the source is credible. Always make sure that you go with your gut. No matter how good it looks, it could look good, but it could be good to be true as well. So yeah, just ensure that you do that for yourself, so that you don't land in sticky situations or situations that you can't find yourself getting out of, or even worse, getting trafficked. So that is something that is real about South Africa, where people create scams which lead people to being trafficked. And yeah, it's just a painful reality, but it is reality. So be aware of such things, guys. So the first thing that I'm going to mention, which a lot of people do tend to mention, is to teach online, especially English. Now, teaching English online has always been a very open career, even over the years where we were like not dealing with something like COVID-19. It's always been an open career where people have just been venturing into it. But for a pandemic, guys, it's important for you to look at the trends and look at how so many people, let me rather say so many parents, are just not taking their kids to school, especially public schools. So many parents have just opted to not do that, and they're looking for tutors, they're looking for teachers online, you understand? So definitely teach online. Look at teaching online, look at being a tutor. There are a lot of credible sources with regards to being a tutor. It's a very competitive space, I won't lie, especially tutoring, because in as much as they do require you to have specific qualifications, right? Anyone can just venture into it. If you're good at something, then you're good at something. If you've studied on Udemy or Teachable or Coursera with regards to something, then you can definitely go for it, you know. So it is very competitive. I just need to mention that. But one thing about English is it's not that competitive. And even if you do not have, some people will tell you that you need to have a bachelor's degree, but on most sites they do tell you that you can have a bachelor's degree or an equivalent by acquiring a TESOL certificate. Now, I do have a link for you guys, and I will attach the link in the description box below. TESOL certificates, some people call them TESOL certificates, do tend to get expensive, you guys. So I have a link to a site. It is a credible site. It works. I've done it before. So don't at me. Like, is it credible, Pearl? No, it's credible. So that site does offer you discounted prices with regards to TESOL certificates. Sometimes you can get yourself paying like 10,000 rand for the certificate, but on that site you can even get it for 500 rand. You should just look at the bidding times, and sometimes it bids lower, sometimes it's kind of at an average price, like it will be like at 1.5 or something like that. So do check that out. So the next thing on the list is content creation. If you're a person who's very good with creating content, creating like headlines and all of that, if you're very good with writing, especially writing in the English language, then you should definitely go for content creation. You know, content creation is very vast. You know, when people think about content creators, they think about YouTubers and stuff like that, and I'm like, it's very vast. Ghost writers, you know, are content creators, bloggers are content creators, and it's just that I need to be quite honest with regards to this field, that if you do not invest in your content creation, you will not make the money that you're looking for. For instance, with regards to creating blogs, if you do not buy your domain, if you do not buy a plan with regards to your, for instance, on WordPress, there's like the individual plan, then there's like a business plan, then there's like a premium package, you know. You kind of need to buy one of those plans if you want to make money, because you could make money from ads. You can make money from ad revenues and stuff like that. You can make money from bringing in affiliate codes. You can make money from Google as well. You understand? So you can just make a lot of money when you invest in your site. If you invest in what you do, you kind of need to make an investment there, but it's really not as expensive, especially if you're taking the basic plan on WordPress. I think per month it's like, how much? 60 rand per month, yeah. But the downside with regards to the WordPress basic package is that they don't allow you to pay monthly anymore. You have to pay a year subscription fee. So I think it's going to make around, I really am not sure. The last time I checked, I need to get my numbers right. Girl. But yeah, but I'll get back to you guys with that one, or I'll insert it and I'll pin the comment in the comment section below. The next thing that you can do is maximize your potential. You guys know that I like saying this. Or maximize your degree. This year, a lot of people made money by maximizing their potentials. So what are you good at? And let what you're good at work for you and make money for you. It doesn't make sense that you're good at something, but you're just sitting with what you're good at and it's not doing anything for you. You understand? So a lot of people maximize that. They maximize their degree. For instance, I know a lot of people who did a BA, a general BA, you know. Most of them ventured into things like blogging and podcasts and being ghostwriters. Like, I know a lot of my friends who did general BAs who legit ventured into each and every single thing, who touched base into each and every single thing, who touched base into being writers, you know, copywriters for researchers and editors and all of that, you know. So definitely maximize your potential. Look at what you're good at and make it work for you. Definitely look at your degree and make your degree work for you, you know. Gone are the days where you get a degree to go get a job, guys. This is the sad reality of South Africa, unfortunately. But yeah, gone are those days. Gone other days. The next thing, which I feel like is the most important thing, is this one. You need to start a business that caters to the needs of the pandemic, you guys. A lot of entrepreneurs this year were very smart. They made smart moves and they started businesses that catered to the needs of the pandemic. So I feel like that's a very smart move. You know, you look at what people are in need of during the pandemic and you start a business based on that. So you remember when the pandemic started and they were telling people that, okay, we need sanitizers, we need companies that create sanitizers, we need companies that create masks, we need companies that create disinfectants, we need companies that create wipes, you know, and all of that. So many entrepreneurs jumped to that opportunity, guys. They legit created businesses, or within their business opened a department that focused on creating such products, you understand? So I'm just saying that you need to look at what's going on, you need to assess the situation, and you need to know that you need to adapt to what's going on. So you need to create a business. Don't just start a business, a random business that's not going to make you any profit. Start a business that caters to the needs of the pandemic. So you look at things like babysitting, because now you realize that so many kids are at home. They're not going to school, you know. You go into things like tutoring, because so many kids are not going to school. They're being taught from home and all of that. You look at things like creating sanitary products, like creating masks, creating these wipes, these disinfected wipes, creating disinfected products, sanitizers, you know, looking at the whole enchilada, delivering services, you know. So yeah, one of the trends that I saw, for instance, with regards to delivering, starting a business that caters to the needs of the pandemic, is in Kagiso. There was a group of people who were delivering in bicycles, right, around the hood, centered within the hood. So for instance, they would take a company from the hood, whatever products you're offering, or if you're offering food, and they would deliver in and around the same hood, you understand? So I feel like that is very important. That is entrepreneurial spirit, looking at trends and working according to those trends, you know. And speaking on delivering, you could join platforms like Uber, like Mr. D. Mr. D is in conjunction with Take-A-Lot. So if you know that if you're working for Take-A-Lot, you're working for Mr. D. For Bolt, you know. And you could also offer services like, for instance, there's this guy who started offering the service where he went to the traffic department to do everything of yours, apart from like your learners, you know, but renewing your license, renewing your discs and all of that, renewing and every single thing like that. And you know, people really don't want to do it. Like, no one wants to go to the traffic department, guys. No one wants to do that. No one. Ew. Like, no one wants to do that. No one wants to go to anything affiliated with the South African government, whether you're the traffic department, whether you're home affairs. You just don't want to do that, because you know you're going to spend the whole day there. You're going to spend the whole day. So he created such a business, you know, and the growth is amazing, because it's conducive. The environment that we're in right now is conducive for growth. People are working from home, but they're working twice as hard, punching in more hours from home, and so they can't really run these errands, you know. There's this company, I think it's called Grocery Cart or something like that, where they legit get people to buy groceries for you, and you pay those people, and you pay delivery, and you pay like there's commission that goes to that company and stuff like that. They get commission, you know, not you. So you can enter these businesses, and to be quite honest, in as much as they are very competitive, they're not as competitive, because we legit could all win there. For instance, in the town that I'm living in, Mr. D, Uber, and all of that started having a lot of drivers this year. And by a lot, I mean maybe 20 drivers, you know. Unlike a place in Durban, where I lived in Durban, it was in the middle of it was closer to the university. If you request a ride, like 2 minutes, it's at your gate, you know, and there are like 6 cars or 10 cars around. But with regards to where I live, my actual hood, like, guys, it's so funny. Like, it was so funny. Like, you would request and you would wait an hour, and there would be one driver, and you can see that he's driving all the way from somewhere else to come and pick you up, and it will be like, what? But now it's kind of growing, especially if you can see that, you know what, in this place there isn't much competition. I mean, it's different if I go to a place like Santon. There's probably a lot of competition that side, you know. But we can all win, you know. We can all win. That's the nice thing about a pandemic. There will never be a lack of, you know. They want people. Places like restaurants, they need people to deliver, especially restaurants that aren't working in conjunction with like your Uber and your Mr. D. They need people to deliver food and all of that. So we could all win. Honestly, during a pandemic, we could all win, because each and every single person is needed, because there's more demand online. You know, people have been purchasing their products online. There's more demand online. There's more demand. I mean, now I was looking, like, when Mr. D came in, right, in our area, which came in this year, this very year, guys. This town is very slow to change, let me just say that. But anyway, when it first entered, there weren't a lot of drivers, you know, but it made sense, because not a lot of people were ordering from Mr. D. During the COVID-19, like, lockdown, like the level 5 lockdown, guys, we would even get that there are no drivers, you know. Driving capacity is at a minimum, because now people are actually using the app, you understand. So, and then there was more demand, so Mr. D kind of took out flyers like, we are looking for drivers, like, please guys, do the most for us. So yeah, definitely look at things like that. In a pandemic, there's space for all of us to do the most. There's space for all of us to achieve the most. And I know for some people, like, these things that I mentioned today aren't really their things, because they want to be in an office space, you know, doing that. Guys, there is no time, okay? There is no capacity. Office spaces are getting rid of people, you know. Sometimes you're going to have to do what you're not comfortable with to make the money. And I'm not talking about being a stripper, of course, but I'm talking about doing the most and maximizing the resources around you. Like, don't act bougie. Like, don't be bougie. Don't be bougie and broke. Don't be bad, bougie, and broke. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for listening to me go on and on and on. Please do like, please do share, and more importantly, please do hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I post next. Do leave your comments, and I'll make sure that I respond to all of them, you know, leave a heart and all of that. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on String Along with Pearl.